Clock on the wall says 7 o'clock, so let's get started. Mike?
Present.
John?
Here.
Sarah?
Here.
Rick?
Here.
Doug is excused. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item 3, consent agenda. I know there's one change to the agenda right off the bat, number 9, new business, both A and B are being stricken. Table till next meeting or whenever available.
Is there any way to talk about that? Can we just, as a group, discuss that before we talk to them people?
I don't believe there's any reason to.
Well, I'd like to express some concerns without that, with the other guys here.
Well, what the plan was, where I was thinking, when he comes on, he's gonna Zoom. So there'll be opportunities where they can present whatever they wanna do, and then we can get them off of a Zoom call. It'd be no different than if he was here present, and then have him leave, and we can discuss.
Will he be available tonight?
No.
Okay. Would you still like to have a discussion tonight without?
We can go into closed session and still
We can
discuss.
we can leave this on the agenda.
I'd like to talk
All right,
about it.
we're
There's
gonna
some
leave,
things that I'd like to.
Okay.
then we're gonna leave 9, A and B on the agenda. All right. Also, I'd like to know, pump truck after sludge, expense, what, the installation for that, is that just the sludge hauling?
Yeah, so
That's-
when their pump can't go all the way down to the bottom when they pump those tanks out.
Okay,
So what we do is then Roto-Rooter will come in every 2 years roughly, and we actually back out all the sand and rocks and stuff that we can't get out, the solids that we couldn't mix enough to get out.
okay,
So that's, like I said, I think it's been 3 years since we've done that.
okay. So, I mean, it just looked a little high to us, and.
Yeah, no, that's just, because that's also the dumping fee too, so we gotta pay to get rid of that at Cedar Rapids, so
Okay.
that's what that was.
Any other questions on consent agenda?
No.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the consent
Motion
agenda?
approved.
Do I have a second?
The agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Moving on to 4, public input. This is the time and place for discussion items not already on the agenda with a time limit of 3 minutes each. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? All right, moving on. 5A, discussion and possible action in reference to fiscal year 22 audit review. I saw that the audit was in the packet.
Yep, so an annual audit, and you had the time to read through all that, but the 2 issues in the back are findings, I guess, if you will. Segregation of duties, which you're gonna see on every single one, just because we don't have enough staff to divvy out the duties in-house. And then the other one you've also seen is
The
the
financial
reports, financial condition for the deficits. That list has shrunk considerably. The sports complex, I believe, is last payment.
Yep.
Housing rehab, we're waiting on reimbursements. And the sewer, somewhere along the way, over the years, we charge sewer and sewer debt. And I think some projects were taken out of sewer, or paid out of sewer. It needs to be out of sewer debt, so there needs to be a transfer to get that back to where it needs to be. So those are the 3.
transfer will take care of the sewer one? Okay.
Yeah, there's over an abundance in sewer debt and not enough in sewer. So the money's there, it just needs to be transferred. So those are the three accounts, and all in all, they were here
Day and a half.
day and a half, which is probably the shortest. They send the list ahead of time to get everything prepared, and yeah, it went real smooth. So
Will the sewer debt and sewer debt to sewer transfer take place on like the next council meeting, or?
It'll happen at the end of this fiscal year
End of
because
fiscal year.
that amount continues to change throughout the year, so we want to clear it out at the end, so
Okay.
that way we start the books with 0.
that'll be a resolution
Mhm.
like we've done before.
Okay. thank you. Any other discussion on the audit review? All right, moving on. 6A, second reading of ordinance 06-2022, update to chapter 161, rental inspections.
So this is, we passed the first ordinance, and I know you guys had mentioned you wanted to have this on here for 3 times in case there was any, a landlord out there that wanted to come talk about it or anything, so.
Yes,
This
thank
is the second reading.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the second reading?
Motion approved.
Second?
I have a motion, I have a second. Mike?
Aye.
Rick?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
And I say aye. 6B, Resolution 28-2022 for approval of American Rescue Funds designation.
So these are the rescue funds that the city received. Last year, we received the 167,428.09. I received that again this year. And this was talked about when we approved the sports complex, that we were going to spend that for the water, sewer infrastructure out there. And so this resolution is part of what Lynn County, or what we need to have passed in order to spend that money. So that's what this is.
Make a motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second?
I have a motion, I have a second. Rick?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. All right, 6C, Resolution 29-2022 for approval of articles of incorporation of the Lisbon Parks and Recreation Association.
Drayton's here tonight. This is what we've been kind of talking about. It's very similar to what the fire department is. I believe the Friends of the Library and the Lisbon History Foundation is also similar to this. What this will do when they form this, we'll go over to the Secretary of State. There'll be a legal entity for getting grants that city governments can't receive. This will also, if they decide to do the alcohol at the park or at the sports complex for slope pitch softball or leagues like that, they're allowed to get their own liquor license in their name, similar to the fire department's done in the past. So Drayton and I have been working at this, and he's passed it through his board, and so we'd like to proceed with this, I guess. Drayton, do you have anything?
I don't think so. Who's the officers of the board?
So right now, we haven't voted on the officers yet, just because this is a new thing, but I have a board president. We'll have to have a treasurer, things like that that we'll vote on. But right now, who's on the board is who's on my Park and Rec board.
So if you go to Article 8, you can list the names that are on the board now.
These are the members of the Park and Rec Board.
Correct.
Article 9 calls out 4 positions. They're all going to come from those board members?
Correct.
Okay.
Make a motion approved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second, I think it's a great idea.
It is awesome. All right, roll call for this. Rick?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
I say aye. Very nice. All right, moving on to 7, correspondences. Anything?
I don't have anything tonight.
All right. Moving on to number 8, reports. 8A, city engineer report.
Dave's not on tonight. He had some conflicting meetings. He's still working with the DNR for the well to make sure that everything's okay, so we can go out for bid for that. And they're continuing with the water project, where once they come down with the number, then Brandon, myself, and Dave will go through that and see what we have to cut or what we can expand on and go from there.
Okay. Thank you for that. 8B, public works director report.
We painted the center lines and the white lines. As weather's permitting, we're gonna try to get the crosswalks painted. Due to the time frame in which we got our paint, the weather's kind of fighting us, so some of the crosswalks might not be done this fall, but we'll start again next spring and get going on that. With that being said, we did order our next year's paint already, so hopefully we get that. we do have enough paint left over from this year to get us obviously started for next year. And then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We did paint the LECC for the school, part of our agreement that we had with them, so we got everything tied up and cleaned up over there for them. The pond, we're running the pump as much as we can. As you know, we're dry around here, so that well's not regenerating as fast as it would before. If you just drive around and look at other ponds, everybody's in the same boat as we are, so we are trying to run clean water in there as much as we can. Guys started on leaves again today. We're gonna make our trips through town pretty much from now till snow flies. We're gonna be concentrating on a lot of the leaves. And then last, we gotta get, I think we got like 28 or 30 trees left we gotta get planted this week. And then the DNR's coming out Friday to make sure that we did get them planted and their specs.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. 8C, Parks and Rec Director Report.
We started girls basketball on Sunday. We ended up with 5 teams total, 2 in 3rd grade, 1 4th, and then 2 in 5th and 6th grade. First games will start November 12th, and they will wrap up on December 17th. We will start boys basketball registrations at the end of November. And then the only other thing I think I have is that our Halloween event's coming up on the 31st. That'll be 5 to 7 downtown Lisbon.
Thank you very much. 8D, Police Department Report.
Only thing in addition to the report, I just want to put out to council, I sent you everybody an email, but out to the public, that unfortunately we're losing Officer Blinks. He's going to the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, taking a great opportunity down there, and taking his aunt's badge number, things like that. So a little personal touch down there as well, but unfortunately his last day will be Halloween officially from that standpoint. So we've got the ad in the paper already and are rolling for the hiring process from there. But a huge thanks to Officer Blanks for the past right at 5 years. He's a great asset to us, but his opportunities down there are great too. So thank you.
Do they like those mustaches now?
Yes. Yeah.
See how that flies.
Will there be somebody over here for Halloween?
Halloween, John? Yeah, we'll be over.
All right, 8E, Ambulance Director Report.
The only thing I really have tonight is, I don't know if you saw the press release last week. I know Nathan actually showed it to me before I saw it, but we did receive $112,500 through the American Rescue Plan. So we were kind of hoping to go a little bit more public with a building project that we have for our 50th anniversary in May. But this kind of made it a little bit more public. So you'll see more on that coming out, but we're very fortunate that the Board of Supervisors and Louis Zumbach allow us to receive that. So we're pretty excited.
Awesome. Grant you applied for? Or?
Yep. So the same as this Lake Your Sewer project. So their second round focus was nonprofits, so that qualified us.
Nice.
When county's ARPA funds being distributed.
Okay.
Okay.
The well, million we got from the well, this was the
Same.
second round of that.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Very
You
nice.
guys have been busy too.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we just before 6 p.m. we did call number 6.
I know, I
It's
just
been
saw
nice,
it on
so
Facebook, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, they've been busy.
it's been a busy day.
Very good, very good. All right, 8F, Fire Chief and City Administrator's Report.
Fire department related, we did receive our bunker gear for the FG grant, so that is now in. Almost all of it's in service. Some of the old stuff that's we're able to keep, that's still allowed to keep, we'll hang on to for people that get on the fire department. We'll go through their probationary period before we buy new gear, since it costs so much to do that. And then we are going to, outdated gear versus throwing it away, they do a Citizens Fire Academy up in Cedar Rapids, so we're gonna donate some of those to that organization, so. Just as a reminder, a lot of this, I go out on people burning in town. Most people just don't know. Just know that you have to get a permit. You can't burn leaves. It's clean wood with a permit. Obviously, you can have recreational fires, but that doesn't mean you put leaves in your hot dog cooker. So just know that, people will call, and I go out and chat with people, but just as a reminder. And then, as I talked last time, we did do, for our training this month, we went out and did our timed response to the rule for the ISO rating, the insurance rating. That went very well, so we turned in our numbers to ISO, and we'll see what that comes back as when they finish their report. City engineers report, or city administrator report. Update on the barns. I don't know if you guys walked over there at all, but Kurt's made a lot of progress on that gable barn. Everything's cleaned out of it. The lean-to is back straight. Basically, he's to the point where all he has to do is do some tuck pointing of the concrete that washed away. We need to get him some more dirt, which I'm working on doing that. So we'll see how the weather goes. He wants to make sure that the dirt is in place so that the water's away from the building, so that the water doesn't come around the corner and wash out what he tuck pointed. So if you're around the area, stop by, take a look. We'll be getting the trees downtown, the berry trees, we'll be getting those taken care of here within the next month. We did a walkthrough at the sports complex with several of the parties involved and our engineers. There's some minor things that need concrete work that need done. They're going to be trying to get that. It may not be till spring. And then they're focusing on getting the street cleaned. They did the painting of the parking lot and the painting of the crosswalk. So as soon as they get the street clean, then we'll do the next step would be the punch list items. So that should be in the next few weeks. I mentioned about the PIO class last time, Public Information Officer. I am now registered. That'll be November 8th and 9th at Luther College, so I'll be attending that. Destination Iowa Grant, Drayton met with the Nature Park Committee today, and they're starting that process, and they are going to put a lot of the barn renovation work onto that, the trail, as well as the bridge across the pond that's on the spec plans out here. Should be real close to 500,000, and if we stay under 500,000, they can actually grant up to 100% of that. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep you up to date. We did the community forestry grant, had the tree planting on last Saturday. I want to thank all those people who came out to the nature park. There was a Girl Scout troop and a Brownie troop that also helped with that. And as Travis said, the gal from the DNR was here, and she'll be in town this week to just look at all the other plannings to close out that grant. Next month, Christina and I will be attending the budget workshop. So that'll be coming up, and then we'll get a schedule in place for budget meetings, which will soon be coming. And just a reminder, November 2nd, which is next Wednesday, will be the joint school board council meeting. It'll be here at 7 o'clock. If you have anything that you'd like to add to the agenda, we'll get it out sooner, just so you can see, but it's pretty basic, as it's been in the past. That's all I have. I'll take any questions if you have any.
Anybody have any questions? Travis, the trees, are they all going to the nature park?
No, the nature park trees are down. They had 6 there that they wanted to put in
Yeah.
there. Everything else is gonna go to replace like derecho trees or trees that get removed.
Throughout town?
Yes.
Okay.
We've got a map set up of them. I should have printed that off, sorry I didn't.
We are going to stay away from where we're doing the water project, just so we don't plan on taking them out. So.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you. All right, 8G, council and mayor reports. Sarah?
Well, just congratulations to Officer Blinks. Anytime somebody can better themselves and their family, I'm all for it. We will sure miss him. He's definitely an asset to the department. And it's Halloween week, which means, well, I guess it's next week, so just be careful out there to all the kids. And thanks for all the city employees for everything you guys are doing for us in the community. That's all.
All right, John?
Southeast Lynn is on a push to fill the food pantry. The demand is still very high, the highest we've ever seen, I believe. And they'll also have their soup supper on Halloween from 5 to 7. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Rick?
I'd like to thank everybody, but especially I'd like to just make it publicly that I really appreciate what you do, Jay. I spent many years on the ambulance board and seen it at its low times to its high times, and as soon as I got off, it kind of went pretty good.
That's on the record, Rick.
That's all right, but, you know, when Doug took over, you know, a lot of people, the city of Lisbon has took that ambulance service, you know, not very serious like they should have, you know, and it's the funds and stuff. But, you know, what they have today is probably one of the best rural population under 5,000 ambulance service in the state. And, you know, I can remember when you couldn't get people to drive it or an EMT to even show up. Now they haven't missed nothing, and they're just so much, so, you know, I'm 100% supporter of that ambulance service. If you really want to see the problems that's going on, you need to go down to Tipton. They call it the city of death if something happens, because I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Stanwood or Mechanicsville, they wouldn't have enough. So we're very fortunate in what we got here. So thank you very much.
I'd just like to say too, you don't appreciate it enough until you need it.
That's all I got.
Thank you, Rick. Mike?
Nothing.
Nothing. I would like to reiterate what Sarah said about Officer Blinks. Congratulations. He's been an asset to our community, and he'll do incredibly well in Johnson County for sure. Great, congratulations on getting incorporated to the board. That's incredible. Congratulations to your board as well. Jake, $112,000 grant. Wow, that's amazing. So lots of awesome things are happening in our community, and Rick, you're 100% right. We do have a top-notch ambulance service in our community, and I think it's a lot because a lot of your work and a lot of the commitment that you give us. So thank you for that.
Well, and we really have a good team, you know, that's willing to stand behind me, which, you know, can definitely make the difference.
Yeah. You know, and I, you know, Doug's been in here, you know, talking about you guys and practice sessions you guys have done, and that's just great. You guys are more prepared than you've ever been for what this community needs. So thank you for that. That's all I got for that. Mayor reports, I don't know, Doug's out, so we'll skip that, obviously. Moving on, number 9, new business, possible closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 21.5J to discuss possible sale of real property.
Where's the Bears tonight?
I need a
Did you get home?
motion.
Yeah, motion to go into.
We need a motion to go into closed session.
Motion to go into closed session.
I have a motion.
Sorry.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.